Welcome everybody to episode number 36 of the Third Sun Gaming Podcast. I am your host Tyler, joined as always by our three co-hosts, starting with Mike. Mike, how are you today?
I'm about as spry as a freshly milked goat, my friend. How are you doing?
Good. All right. Also joining us is Graham. Graham, how are you?
I am doing really well. Walking Dead is coming back on tonight, and I'm a big fan of it. So, just my world got a little more exciting. Which I didn't think it would get that little more exciting, but it did, guys. Just so you know.
I had a friend go down to Georgia last week, and they went to that town that The Walking Dead is shot on. I thought it was pretty. She got to meet Rick Grimes. So.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I would really like to do that.
I'd hate to live in that town because like half the town was blocked off.
Alexandria.
Yeah.
So, all right. And also joining us is Eugene. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. Had a good weekend this weekend.
Good.
Almost about to be a father, people.
Yeah, pretty soon.
25 more days.
Aja.
Yeah.
when the Switch comes out.
Yeah.
As we talked about earlier. Yep.
So you'll get the shiny new console that you won't get to touch. So
Hey, he
I'll
can
probably
take
get
it into the
broken.
baby's room with him.
there you go.
Yeah.
That's true. And
Actually,
I
we
was
already
watching
talked about we already asked the doctor if we can bring it into the delivery room, and he's like, "Yeah, sure."
Well, if you get 1-2 Switch, I see there's a game there where it's a baby and you got to pretend to put it to sleep, so you could like get some practice in.
Oh boy.
That's a good idea. Do they have like a diaper changing, like where you get the two Joy-Cons and practice changing diapers?
I would not like.
And you have to milk the baby as well. Oh wait,
Yeah,
no.
No.
Milk the baby.
you don't milk the baby.
God. All right.
Just throwing some ideas at you, Nintendo. Take all these ideas in.
If for some reason after that you'd like to join in the discussion, feel free to head over to our Facebook group. Look up Third Sun Gaming Podcast Forums on Facebook. It is a closed group, so you can post there without your boss or anybody else seeing what you write. Feel free to join us there or on Twitter at Third Sun Gaming, all one word, THIRDSUN Gaming, and join the conversation there. All right, so a lot of stuff in the news this week. Nothing too big, but a lot of little stuff. So let's start off with Call of Duty. Call of Duty 2017, according to Activision, is, quote, going back to its roots, and they stated on an earnings call that the space setting didn't resonate with fans, and that in this year's title, traditional combat will once again take center stage. Eugene, what do you think about that?
So we talk about it about every week, how I wish Call of Duty would go back to its roots. So I'm very excited about it. I want to kind of take back what I've said the last month or so, because I've just now getting started playing Infinite Warfare, and I've got to say that I love Infinite Warfare. It doesn't feel like Call of Duty at all, which is why I think they're doing this and they're saying this. It doesn't feel like Call of Duty at all.
Does it feel like Titanfall 2?
I can't really say what it feels like. It almost has a Mass Effect feel to it.
Yeah, it didn't feel like Titanfall 2 to me, but certainly, I agree, it didn't feel like
it doesn't feel like Call of Duty either. It feels like a completely different game. I mean, they could have slapped a totally different title on it, and it would have been a totally different game. But between the spaceship battles and the anti-gravity, which there's not a whole lot of, maybe at the beginning of each mission, at the end. Other than that, it's a fantastic game. I mean, it has all of it does everything that Call of Duty does right when it comes to gun mechanics. I think that's where Call of Duty wins all the time. But I am excited that they have made this statement, and I hope this year or maybe next year, they just go out and say, hey, here's Modern Warfare 4. Here it is. Here's the sequel, or here's something along the lines. I mean, maybe they'll take a Black Ops approach to it where they, it's the descendants or the son or something of Soap or who knows. Go
ahead.
I'd love to see that. Go ahead.
There have been rumors that this game is going to be set in Vietnam.
Yeah, that's gonna be a touchy one.
Yeah, but I still think that older setting will be a refreshing change to fans. And
yeah,
and I think it would kind of will resonate with kind of what's going on with like the world now, where like Modern Warfare and like Black Ops thing, where you don't need to be futuristic. So this is not a shocker to me. This seems like something that was going to come when they realized, okay, maybe we shouldn't have done this, but they tried it, so I commend them for that, and then I commend them for realizing it was not the best decision. So I think this would be the right decision for them for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't agree with Vietnam if that is they've already played around with Vietnam enough with Black Ops. I mean, they have a plot right now. They can just take everything from this presidential election in the U.S., everything to do with the refugees, maybe one of the outside countries that were banned, become terrorists and partners up with North Korea and bomb the U.S. That's all they have to do. And then we have a shitty president who gets assassinated maybe in the game. Yeah, I can see it happening.
No.
I mean, they have a plot, they have a story to go off of. Just
if that actual game came out, Twitter would explode, like just from one.
Donald
person.
Trump would explode.
Yeah, just from one person. Twitter
he'll,
would break.
He'll take it to court for sure.
He would. So
it gives too many ideas out to the people who are sitting around drooling.
Yeah. So all right. Up next, Battlefield 1 is getting a February update coming this coming week. It doesn't feature any new content, but it does feature changes and improvements, kind of paving the way for the first DLC to come out in March.
Yeah, it's always welcome to see improvements or tweaks to make the game better. So.
Yep.
I meant to say something, Eugene. I do not agree with you that Call of Duty has the best gun mechanics in the game. The games out there. Battlefield 1 definitely has a really good one. And it's a lot harder than Call of Duty, in my opinion.
It's definitely more realistic.
I'm sure Tyler'd say Halo 5 probably, eh?
No.
No?
Actually, no. I think Call of Duty and Destiny have the smoothest gun mechanics. It just feels really smooth when you're shooting.
Shooting, reloading, aiming, everything.
But I'll say in terms of realism, in terms of the recoil on a gun and stuff like that, yeah, I'll go with Battlefield 1 on that.
Yeah.
Halo's fun to me for a lot of other reasons, but no, I would say in terms of just feeling really smooth as a shooter, I would go with the Activision games with Call of Duty and Destiny for sure.
Graham, you actually said Link's crossbow training has the best gun mechanics. Is that true?
Yeah, but I didn't think you would agree with that one, so kind of kept that one on to DL.
Okay. So Overwatch, another popular shooter, is getting some two characters are getting some minor updates. Roadhog and Winston. Roadhog is getting 20% less spread in his weapon, making it more effective, and his hook will now pull opponents to 3.5 meters away from him instead of 2. So it'll bring players less close, and the cooldown for the hook is now 8 seconds instead of 6.
I guess I've never really noticed it, but I guess he's overpowered a little bit. So I guess that hook.
Overpowered with the hook, but a little underpowered with the gun.
Yeah.
So they balance that out, and then with Winston, I guess Winston has like this huge head. So when you get critical hits, it's much easier, to put him down.
Easier to get a headshot.
His critical hit volume has been reduced by 15%.
I mean, he's a gorilla, so he has a huge head.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, Roadhog. That was probably the only successful character I played in Overwatch. I got, I had a positive KDR, so
he's a tank for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fun game.
It's like playing Scorpion in a first-person shooter.
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah, that's when you said that. I was thinking Scorpion.
Yep.
We should do a Let's Play this week.
We should.
Maybe some of the fans and get online.
Yep. We'll post on Facebook to see if anybody's interested in doing that. Activision, back to them. Confirmed that Destiny 2 is on track for a late 2017 release.
Woo!
The actual rumor is November. And according to Activision, features a great cinematic story and more appeal for casual players, which I also think is good. And rumors that it's headed to PC as well. And I have hopes that this would be an Xbox Play Anywhere, but I know it won't be because of their relationship with Sony.
Yeah.
So it won't happen.
And you mentioned this
really cool
as a November release. Now, will that be when Call of Duty will be released as well?
Yeah. Call of Duty is always released right around Veterans Day.
So it's going to be kind of two first-person shooters at the same time again?
Mm-hmm.
And these are both big franchises too.
Yeah.
So this is.
But I think it's a very different fan base, though.
It is, and I really think that they'll stick with September. I don't think they'll touch November. There's just too much going on in November. So I would shoot for either a September or October release.
Well, we'll find out in just a few months at E3, but the words late 2017 don't give me a lot of hope for September. I think they would have said Q3 if it was going to be September, but we'll see once we get to E3.
You guys buying tickets to E3 now that they're available to the public?
No, not this year.
This year.
Watch Dogs 2 sales are actually increasing thanks to word of mouth, and the game's selling better now than it actually did at release.
Good for them.
Yeah, I mean, they paid the price for a bad first game, or a game that at least didn't deliver to what they were promising.
Right, I'm the one. I didn't want to crapped all over the first game.
Yeah.
I did not take advantage of the free play,
Mhm.
and I did not take advantage of the Rainbow Six free play. Was it this weekend or last weekend? I can't remember.
All right.
But I should have, because I really wanted to try that game, because I play like really sleuthy and stuff like that in those first person shooters. So I haven't. I need to take advantage of these, but I'm definitely gonna double down on For Honor. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah,
I feel
coming
like
out
that
Tuesday.
like that free sample for everyone. I think that helped Watch Dogs too, because people had really nothing to lose and
Oh,
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And maybe because a lot of the big games that were out now have been played, and some people are probably okay. Maybe I'll try Watch Dogs too.
Yeah.
I'm one of the people that was kind of dying for a new game to play. So, and I tried the For Honor beta and was like, yeah, this is pretty fun. So I went ahead and pre-ordered it, which I'll never do again for Ubisoft, which we'll get to shortly. PS4 won MPD for January, but the Xbox One had record sales and was the only current gen console to show sales growth. So both consoles kind of winners, so that's good. Industry still very healthy.
Yeah, growth is good.
Yep.
Growth is good.
Earth is good.
Okay. Ubisoft has delayed South Park: The Fractured Butthole again. And all I'm going to say about this is that I will never fucking pre-order a game from you again, Ubisoft. Ever.
Too much girth, it hasn't healed.
It's just...
It's a fractured butthole.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. Tyler's right. This is ridiculous.
I'm saddened. Very saddened.
And this isn't just like a once-in-a-while thing. This is a Ubisoft thing.
Unless for some reason the voicing from Trey Parker and Matt Stone is their schedules are all screwed up, and that's why this is happening. I can't see why a game like this, it's not exactly an artistic feat or anything to do this game. So
yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing.
In the engine in the first one, I mean, you walk sideways.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing big or a huge endeavor, so it's got to be something with the voice actors.
This is a game that's driven by story, not by graphics, and not by huge explosions and all that crap.
Right.
Well, I mean, how much do you think the story was based on Trump losing the election?
I think there was there had to be a little bit of it in there.
Well, I mean if you played the last South Park game, a lot of it was very current. Everything that was going on in the game is current with the show. So I bet you that this one is the same way, and it's their downtime right now. I mean, they make a South Park episode in 5 days, so it has nothing to do with the art, or I don't think it has anything to do with the voice acting, because I think their season is they're
episodes.
not on a new season.
They only make 10 episodes a year now.
Yeah, I know. What's up with that? That's so disappointing.
It's because that's where all TV shows are going. All cable TV shows.
And they're invested in the Book of Mormon too, so they've been traveling around and doing things with that.
Yeah.
But really, I think they're having to rewrite the story. Something's happened with the story in the game, and I'm sure we'll see it when the game comes out in 2020. How much the story has changed. So I think that has a lot to do with it, not really the art or animation or the gameplay in general.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, and that's the first good theory I've heard regarding it. So we'll see, but man, at Ubisoft just enough with the delays. I mean, I get the whole argument, let them delay the game, get it right, all that stuff. But at some point, you got to deliver the product you're being paid to deliver.
And don't announce it then. Don't announce it until
you're going to start losing
have a more solid
people
idea.
Are going to start calling the...
They're losing mine tomorrow.
Yeah.
When I call Xbox and get my money back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was cool with the first one.
Did they even give a reason why it was delayed? If they would give
Just said they need more time to deliver a good experience.
Oh, okay. See, that's not going to cut it.
That's the blanket. That's the blanket thing for.
Yeah, I know.
Delay. I know. So, all right. Moving on, a game that is actually coming out this year, we think. Project Cars 2 was officially revealed this week. Features over 170 cars and 60 tracks. The latter number is much more impressive. And it's due out this year on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. So
you guys excited about this one?
No, because I'm probably going to get Forza 7.
Yeah, Forza 7.
Yeah, but there is a huge following on this game. There are people on the PC. By the way, Project Cars 1 is going to be available for free on the 16th on the Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
They have full on, get in, sit down, and drive setups on their PCs and stuff like that with 6-hole screens, all kinds of crazy stuff with this game. So this game's got to be good. I've never played it, but once it comes out on the 16th, I'm going to give it a go. And since you like Forza, my friend, you should probably give it a little looky look too.
Yeah, and I got a buddy who's like big into racing games, and he told me this is like Project Cars, the first one, was the best game he's ever played. So I can only see Project Cars 2 being so much better. So
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
well, they can't get any worse than the first one. So
if it's really good, I'll play it.
yeah,
I mean, that's just kind of how I am with any game. But,
yeah.
But yeah, so that we're kind of getting to that point where there's a lot of racing titles again. We went through a period where there were hardly any. Forza was like the only game in town.
Yeah.
On Xbox, but now we're kind of getting to a point where you're getting at least one major racing title every year, sometimes 2 or 3.
Yeah, but a lot of them you can just ignore because they're just sort of It's like you got Forza Horizon 3, which is great for the casual, or even the hardcore, I guess. But like, in my opinion, like Forza 6 is for the hardcores who want to drive around the track, 40 times race,
Yeah.
That just bores me to tears, but to each their own. But Forza 3, I have Forza Horizon 3, I have a great time with. So a lot of them you can just skip. So
All right. All right, cool. Take-Two stated on its earnings call that Red Dead 2 Online will be a huge part of the game, just as it is in GTA 5.
nice.
So that's good news.
Yes,
I think
it
that's
is.
what the fans wanted right there.
That's what I wanted.
And they did say they don't think the 2 online services will compete with each other. So what they're saying is they don't think it'll take away from players on GTA 5. And I'm not really sure exactly what that means, if it's an entirely different experience or they just think it's a different fan base. But
I think it is going to be. It's two totally different worlds. So
Yeah, and there are diehard, dedicated GTA fans.
Mhm.
That's why it's one of the top-selling franchises of all time, if not.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
you have anything to worry about.
I mean, it's urban versus Western. I
Right.
personally am like 80% Western, so I'm going to play the hell out of this and probably dump some money into it for once because I never do. But I can understand the draw to GTA big time online.
oh, sure.
So, GTA 6, when will you guys think we'll see this?
it'll
Not
be a few
for
years.
for a few
Several.
years.
Next gen.
At the
Yeah.
earliest, 2020.
Yeah, because they're really sinking their teeth in the Red Dead 2 right now,
Yeah.
so it's going to have a run just like the other one.
They take a long time between games.
We need a
Yeah.
new ping
They're
pong.
like Bethesda.
What we need.
So
That first ping pong game was awesome.
I think there's a few more people that want GTA 6.
Ping pong, ping pong, ping
Bully
pong,
2. Bully
ping
2.
pong.
Yeah. So anyway.
Oh yeah, Bully. Absolutely, you're right. Absolutely right. Tyler, did you ever get around to playing that?
No, I never did.
How about
Oh,
LA Noir 2?
It's on your Instagram.
That's a
Oh, I
game.
love
That's a
LA
game
Noir.
that I
Yes.
think is backwards compatible now. That I definitely
it
want
is.
to play. Is
Yeah.
LA Noir.
Yeah, that's
So-
a really good game. I had it, but I traded it in. But
I was obsessed with that game when it came out. And a lot of people gave it a bunch of shit, but I love the
Because
detective
people were probably
story.
expecting more like GTA, right? And then when they got this...
Oh yeah, it wasn't very. I mean, it had an open world, but you didn't really do anything in the open world.
Right.
right.
It's just pretty much you go here and there. But
Mhm.
I
Kind
mean,
of like Mafia 2 a little bit.
the voice acting, the graphics, the
and you have to look at
detective
the
work they had
face
to
for like
do.
expressions and stuff.
Yeah, the facial
Yep.
expressions. It was a fantastic. I love that game, and
Yep.
it just is a dark, gritty story too. I mean, it had a
Yeah.
lot of
I like
darkness.
the setting too, like what was it, 60?
Los
50?
yeah, 60s Los Angeles. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but like the cars and that was awesome.
Yep.
All right.
But don't forget, seriously, Tyler, you got that and you're ready to install Bully
Yeah.
Scholarship Edition? Give it a shot. You'll like it.
I will. All right. Some Nintendo Switch pre-orders have been canceled by GameStop and Target due to stock shortages.
Not mine.
So,
'cause I don't
just
have
to
one.
clarify before everybody goes nuts on Nintendo, this is the fault of GameStop and Target because they started selling more before they got more allocated to them.
Yeah.
See that's just bad.
And other retailers stayed within the allocation they were given. That's why you don't see their names popping up here.
So I'm
if-
surprised to
yeah.
see GameStop there because first off, they have enough experience
Mhm.
with gaming console releases and pre-orders that they shouldn't have flopped. I can understand Target or even Best Buy or Walmart doing it, but not GameStop.
Yeah, and you don't
then
want
I'm
to
also
upset your fans either, right?
You know,
Or your
though,
customers.
I pre-ordered the 360 at GameStop, and I pre-ordered it in July, maybe, and I didn't get mine until December 24th, and they never told me that wasn't going to be their release day.
wow.
So
That's very surprising. I mean, but
Yeah,
that was
I mean,
still in
that's
their
bad.
early. That was kind of in their early cycles of pre-orders and everything.
Yeah.
60.
I know, but from my experience, they don't have a real good track record.
So here's my question: if they're having issues fulfilling pre-orders for the customers that have already put money down, so did you guys see the ridiculous GameStop giveaway that they're doing on Facebook?
No.
So
For
GameStop
Pokemon?
is no. It's
Oh.
for the Switch. So
Oh.
they are having a contest for 1,000 guests to have the opportunity to pre-order the Switch. So they're doing a giveaway. They have a contest for 1,000 guests to just have not to win the Switch, but to have a chance to pre-order it.
Oh,
So if you win
Jesus.
this contest, then you're able to pre-order the Switch. So if there's already customers out there that have already put money down, have already said, "Hey, I want a Switch. Here's my money. Put my name on it for the third." Then why are they doing this contest?
Yeah.
That's just for people are. There's an uproar about it. Like, first
I
off,
don't get it.
this is a dumb contest.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's just flat out stupid.
It's stupid, and then they're having issues like
It's
allocating.
insulting.
Yeah.
It is
Here's,
insulting.
here, please come win a chance to spend money at our store.
Yeah.
That's like, really?
Yep. Yeah, I know. It's terrible.
That's right up there with me, and it's not an equivalent thing, but just the taste in my mouth from it. It's right up there with the Shenmue 3 begging for money at E3, and
Yeah.
and watching, a highly successful group do a telethon one day so they can make cartoons about themselves.
Yeah, that one turned me off. Wow.
But anyway, that's
That's what you call the old jump the shark.
Yeah,
That's
just
kind of funny.
Just yeah, I know. I just didn't want to say it out loud because I
I
actually
was
do
just saying it's kind of funny. It's funny.
Yeah, but I do
but
like the work they do. But I thought that was a little bit poor taste. But anyway.
But yeah, that contest.
I agree.
The huge uproar.
Putting it lightly.
All right. So yeah, that's a terrible contest. So if you're like that desperate to pre-order a Switch, have at it. But not a chance. That would make me want to go somewhere else.
Well, that's why I pre-ordered 2 Switches at 2 different retailers, just in case that kind of bullshit happened.
Yeah. All right. And finally, Graham, you'll be happy to know that The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has finally gone gold.
Woo!
So it's a real thing.
Wait. Shh. You hear that, Tyler?
What's up?
That's the faint sound of a boner popping way up in Canada.
Guilty!
So, unfortunately, it's only 5 years too late to save the Wii U.
Yes, but I am getting it for the Wii U.
Yeah. So are all 8 other people that have the console.
I know. I wonder how many copies they made for the Wii U.
I don't know.
There's actually a couple games on Wii U I want to play. We just don't have a Wii U, and we probably won't. So
I think I'm gonna get it on the Wii U and the Switch just to have it on both.
Well, I will have it on both. Yeah.
All right. That, everybody, does it for the news this week. Graham, let's turn over to you. What can we get new in stores this week?
Graham sucks.
Well, as I said last week, we are getting back into the thick of AAA new releases. And we got some big titles coming at you, or us, I should say, this week on major consoles.
Sounds kind of girthy.
Starting on the 13th, for your PC gamers, or you PC gamers, we have the new highly anticipated release, For Honor. Now, many people have played the closed and open beta, including me and a few guys from the podcast, and it was highly received. People really enjoyed it. So that can be picked up for PC on 13th. Now, for you Xbox and PS players out there, you have to wait an extra day to get your controllers on this game. This game releases on the most romantic day of the year. And no, it's not Halloween. And what better way to show your love than by having a medieval battle to settle your domestic disputes? Now, this game releases on the 14th, if you haven't figured that out. Also getting released on the 14th, we have Ride 2 and Sniper Elite 4. Now, Ride 2 will be available just on the PlayStation and the Xbox, while Super Elite 4 will see releases on all 3 major platforms.
I didn't even know that game was coming out.
Super Elite 4, huh?
Super Elite 4, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I've never played any of the Super Elite games. How about you guys?
I haven't. It just doesn't hold much appeal to me.
What's
I played
what
number
kind?
2.
Super Elite or right?
Sniper
The actual
Elite.
Sniper Elite.
Sniper
I
Elite.
know. I know.
I mean,
It's
Super Elite sounds fun, but
I didn't even know the first 3 came out.
yeah.
well, three came out last summer?
No, I was just
Uh,
making a
I've
joke.
No,
honestly
yeah,
never
he's trying to
never
make
delved into
fun.
it.
Yeah.
Never
It's a
delved.
Anyway.
typo. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah,
All right.
Sniper Elite's a fantastic game.
Typo. It's a
Kill
brain.
Nazis, kill Hitler, shoot them in the balls.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Oh,
sounds like.
well then,
Yeah, you can shoot
But
Hitler in the balls.
ball shooter it is.
So anyone down for shooting Hitler in the balls? That's the game for you guys.
I hate sniping in shooters, so a game revolving around sniping is probably not for me.
And
That's
then when
what I
you
was
when you
thinking
kill
too.
people, when you assassinate people, it goes into that X-ray
Yep.
the X-ray mode, basically, where kind of like in Mortal Kombat, where it shows like the skin
Yeah.
breaking, the bones breaking. Well, you can see Hitler's nutsack and balls explode after you shoot him.
Well then,
Huh. That sounds exciting. So moving on, another
Enemy
triple
That's
A.
Steve is gonna love this segment.
He
yeah,
is.
he
He's
loves
getting
balls.
excited right now.
You had to bring him into this, didn't you?
Another AAA title getting released this week is none other than Halo Wars 2. This game will be releasing on both the Xbox One and PC, and this game will see a release date of February 17th. And I know a lot of people have been waiting for this game.
What about you, Tyler? You picking this one up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The card,
And-
the card, the card mode looks pretty interesting to me.
Don't know about that, but I might try that one out later. I had the beta, but I didn't really play it. But also getting released this week on Xbox One console, we have MX Nitro, we have Battle Islands Commanders, Vertical Drop Heroes HD, and Typo Man Revised. Pun intended. Now, both MX Nitro and Battle Islands Commanders can be purchased on February 14th, the Day of Love, while Vertical Drop Heroes
Day of Love.
HD and Typo Man Revised will see releases on the 17th. Now, for the PS4 side of things, both Semispheres and Vertical Drop Heroes HD will be released on February 14th. So, like I said, not a lot going on, but there are some major releases nonetheless. So it's beginning, guys. Tidal wave of games. So get in there, get playing, get them finished, and move on to the next one. That's my advice, and that's all for games.
All right, Mike. What can we save money on?
Well, you can save money on the Day of Love by not doing anything extravagant. Because, little story, I had an ex-girlfriend when I was still living in Orange, California. And we used to do all kinds of fun stuff, but she had never been to a Ducks game. And Ducks were playing the Kings on February 14th. So what I did was I very quietly booked a bed and breakfast on the water, for the 15th. And I bought tickets for both of us on the second level, which is much better to me than being in the bottom bowl for the Ducks game. And so I showed them to her and everything like that. And she got so upset that I had bought hockey tickets for the Ducks for Valentine's Day. She had never been to a hockey game in her life, has no idea how much fun it is to go to one. And then I tell her, oh well, because this was on this day and tomorrow is, the 15th. I got this, a B&B for us and everything like that. And all of a sudden, she wasn't so mad anymore. It's funny because it's like this day is nothing but corporate buy stuff for, your significant other day. There was a lot more romantic days, like New Year's Eve when everybody gets drunk and you go home and then next day you do the walk of shame or whatever. But yeah, so with that being said, that was my tangent for this week. We're gonna go with what we got: the Xbox One games with gold lineup for free this month. Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time, available now through the 28th on the Xbox One. Like I said, Project Cars Digital Edition will be available from February 16th to March 15th on Xbox One. On the 360, Monkey Island 2 Special Edition is available from now until, just a couple of days. So make sure you get that done soon. I don't have the second one in front of me. For some reason, I didn't put it on here. Doesn't matter. There'll be a new game available for download on the 16th on the Xbox 360. Okay. So with that being said, it's pretty anemic again this week with the discounts and with the games with gold, deals with gold, whatever you want to call it. The big hitters are Rainbow Six Siege, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and The Crew. They have the really expensive digital deluxe and gold editions for 40% off each on Xbox Live. It's not that big of a discount. They're still like $50, $60 each. So same thing with Rainbow Six Siege. Both editions that are available are the expensive ones in there, 50, $60 a piece. Where you can still get you can get the standard edition for about $20 right now. So the rest of the stuff that's on there, I mean, there's literally one page worth of stuff. Oh, and of course, one of our favorites, Homefront. Every edition of that plus the add-ons are 50% off, which got thrown on later because I saw this the day it came out and this was not on there. Um, the crew, every single thing from the crew is on sale right now from 33 to 40% off. And before you buy that, definitely try out Project Cars. The crew, basically, as far as I can tell, is just driving across the United States. You know, it doesn't have the depth of Forza or Project Cars or anything like that. So, and like I said, complete edition, 2-year gold edition is 33 and 30% off respectively for Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. They actually do have the base game on sale for 50% off right now. So if you're going to get on it, now's the time, especially if you liked it when the free play was going on. All right, now we're going to jump over to PS4 real quick. Little Big Planet 3 is free right now if you have your online subscription. Not a Hero is free right now as well. Star Wall is PS3 and cross-buy on PS4, and an extended edition for PS3. Ninja Senki DX PS Vita cross-buy on PS4, and Torkel or Torkel or however you can say that, doesn't make any sense. PS Vita cross-buy on PS4. So that's for free with them right now. There's some pretty good deals for the PlayStation 4 people out there right now. The Ezio collection is 50% off at $29.99. That would be Assassin's Creed. God Eater 2 Rage Burst is $30 right now, 50% off. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth is 50% off at $30 right now. Let's see here. Most Steep is 50% off at $30 as well. Tales of Zester. I can't read this right now. Zesterina? Zesteria? Yeah, there we go.
Zesteria.
Yeah, sorry. I have vision problems. 75% off, $14.99. Watch Dogs 2 is 33% off right now, $40.19. Far Cry Primal is 60% off at $20. Rainbow Six Siege, the base game is 40% off at $29.99. If you like UFC and you haven't bought the game yet, UFC 2 is 67% off at $13.19. Rayman Legends.
Yay!
It's
Sega
Origins.
Legends, jackass. 65% off. $13.99. It is an amazing game. It is well worth the $14. Get on it. Okay. And, of course, for Eugene, there's Just Sing. 50% off at $14.99.
Yes.
So, actually, they have the original Watch Dogs on sale too. 60% off at $11.99 if you want to make your library complete with the Watch Dogs series. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right, now we're going to move on to the Xbox deals that are out there in the real world. There are a couple really good ones. This one I want to harp on. For the people out there who do not have an external hard drive yet, the 4 terabyte white by My Passport Portable is $109 via Amazon right now. It is got good ratings. It'll work just fine, and you can't ask for anything more for $110. BioShock the Collection is $29.99 on Target right now. Red Dead Redemption Game of the Year is $14.99 on Target. If you want to get that, you get it only for the single player because the online does not work. It's still broken. You can play it, but it's buggy as hell. They're not going to fix it. So, Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain is $7.49 on Newegg right now.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Out there in the Great White North, Red Dead Game of the Year Edition is $14.99 via EB Games Physical. Xbox One S 500 Battlefield 1 bundle $224 via Newegg right now. Free shipping, of course. For you guys that are big Western Digital fans, the 1 terabyte Elements external hard drive is $44.99 at Best Buy right now. Best Buy also has, I don't have the details in front of me, but Best Buy also has a big sale going on where a lot of the games are $32.99. And talking like Steep and Gears of War and stuff like that. They're all basically the same price. So you might want to skip over to the website and check that out as well. XCOM 2 is $30 at Walmart. Got another Forza Horizon 3 is $34.99 via Newegg right now. So is Dead Rising 4 and Gears of War 4. They're all the same price. So you might want to check that out. Here's a pretty good deal. Xbox One wireless controller. Walmart exclusive green and orange with Bluetooth, 3.5 millimeter audio port. It's $50.99. That's a pretty good deal for a wireless controller for the Xbox. And it's like I said, it's got custom colors. So, all right, so we got that. So we're gonna scoot over to no, we're not. I got one more here. Xbox One S 1 terabyte comes with Dead Rising 3, Halo 5, an additional Xbox One S controller, $289 via Rush Hour Wholesaler on eBay. That's probably the best buy I've seen on the 1 terabyte. That's pretty damn good. All right, so with that being said, we're going to scoot over to what we got going on for the PS4 deals. Root Letter is $36.71 at Amazon right now. Naruto, the Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 Road to Boruto is $39.99 at Amazon right now. GameStop Pro Day is 2/11, which is today, which doesn't do you any good. So you snoozed, you lose. Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue Limited Edition is $44.99 at Newegg. Gravity Rush 2 is $44.99 at Newegg. Watch Dogs 2 is $30 at Newegg. World of Fantasy is $30 at Newegg. New model DualShock 4 controller Magma Red is $48.50 on Amazon with Prime. Blaze Blue Central Fiction Limited Edition is $49.85. Sony DualShock 4 wireless controller Silver $44.99 at Newegg. GTA 5 is $17.99 at Targets. PSN $10 cards are 30% off. If you want to know where to get them, you have to go to Reddit. Well, actually, let me check this real quick. I see where it's coming from. So make this easy on everybody. PC Game Supply is selling them. So go to PCGamesupply.com. Okay, and the last thing with the PS4. As soon as this thing loads. Okay. XCOM to $29.96 at Walmart. And that does it for me in all the deals. Next week, I'm going to change this up, and I'm going to be adding the Nintendo deals in. And we're not going to go over all of the sales for what the weekly sales for PS4 and stuff like that. I'm only going to touch on like the top two. So we're going to basically, do the deals that are out on the street for all three consoles and leave it at that.
All right. Let's talk about what we've been playing. Eugene, start with you.
I have been playing a lot of games this last week. I've been home. I'm home for good. I finally beat Final Fantasy. Now, I beat it last week, but I got the platinum
this is old news.
I got the platinum yesterday. Okay. So I'm done with that game. I deleted it off my hard drive. I'm putting it away until the next round of DLC comes out, the actual storyline DLC comes out. So I'm done with Final Fantasy for the time being. Put about 80 hours into it, so I'm happy. I started Infinite Warfare today. I've been playing it all day, but I think I'm about maybe halfway through the game. Tyler, about how long is Infinite Warfare?
That's typical Call of Duty. It's probably about 10 hours or less.
Okay. Well, I put in about 4 hours, so I think I'm about halfway.
Yeah, you're probably half.
I started Killing Floor 2. I picked that up last week. I got it for $25 at GameStop. I still think it's that price. I played a few matches in it. That game is awesome if you guys like the Call of Duty zombie mode. That's all that game is Call of Duty Zombies with a little bit... The characters remind me a little bit more of Left 4 Dead and a little bit more quirky characters you can play with. And then the customization is where it's at. You can really customize your characters, your loadouts, everything. But it's basically you play through rounds. At the end of each round, you get money. And then you upgrade your character kind of throughout the match. So it's a very good game. I'd highly recommend it. And I played a little bit more Batman. I got through episode 1, chapter 1, however they call it.
Sure.
Got through that, but I definitely recommend Batman: The Telltale series if you have not played it. It is a little bit buggy. I do see that. It's definitely for being a PS4 game. I think they said it's a new engine. I don't see it because it plays a lot worse than uh, The Wolf Among Us or The Walking Dead. So, but definitely for that dark storyline, it's
Yeah.
definitely a dark and gritty storyline. It's not like the Batman comics or the Batman TV show or anything like that. And then I just finished downloading Inside, so I'll be
Yeah.
playing that
Oh,
this
nice.
week. Yeah.
Cool. Graham, how about you?
Well,
Sorry
unlike
about that.
Eugene, I have not played that many games at all. I played NHL 17 because everyone knows that's my little go-to every night almost.
Mhm.
And I do have to give a shout out to Steven Wiseman
Why?
because
I'm tired of that.
he took a penalty shot goal,
Oh, I
and
know. Finally.
I told him if he scored a goal, then I would mention it on the podcast. Just
Graham?
try to inspire him, and lo and behold, it worked.
Graham,
Yes.
was the goal important at all?
No. But if
Was it
Steven
like
was
a
here, he would say, but
game-winning
that's
penalty
besides
shot
the
or
point.
anything?
But yes,
No.
we were losing, I think 7-3, or maybe even worse. And he
Yeah.
decided that he's going to finally be a hero and actually put the puck in net instead of
Yes.
missing the net
We
repeatedly.
plugged that hole in the dam, so these sevens are
Oh,
not going to happen.
All I know is that, along with that goal, his mentee, Yellow,
Yeah.
did wonders for us. So thanks, Steven.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he did learn how to hit the net, occasionally this week. So congratulations.
Well,
Yeah,
Yellow was
so-
great at hitting our own net.
We
Well,
do. No more.
well, that's one thing you had up on Steven because he at least could hit one of them.
Yeah, true.
So there you go,
Anyways.
Steven. I gave you your shout out. And the other game I played was Fallout Shelter on the Xbox One.
Mhm.
Now, this game is great. People who've played it on the iPad and the iPhone or whatever. Well, now this is available for PC and Xbox, but you can't check out your Xbox One Fallout Shelter on your iPad. It's just for PC and the Xbox. But I'm looking for some kind of advice or input from the listeners who have played this. Now, the mysterious stranger appears on time increments. I don't know exactly what the time is, but a little piano sounds when he appears, and he's only there for maybe 5 seconds, and then he disappears. And me, for the life of me, I cannot catch this guy before he disappears. And there's kind of a not really a mission, but an achievement for finding him so many times. And I'm just wondering what kind of screens people are using to make it easier. I don't know if you got a really big TV and you're looking all around, it makes it harder. But I cannot find this guy for the life of me, and it's driving me crazy. So if anybody can give me a little heads up, best way to find him or where he mostly
So is this
appears,
game
that would
free?
be great.
Yeah, it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is free.
Wow. Oh, I'm
So-
gonna do it just for the achievements then.
Yeah, and you can get a lot of achievements pretty quickly
Hmm.
just by putting into time into the game. You don't have to do any crazy stuff that I know of, anyways.
And if you have both consoles and you're hoping that it comes to PS4, don't hold your breath because Bethesda said this week that there is absolutely no guarantee that that's going to happen.
Probably
Oh,
not
yeah.
the way
Really?
Sony has been with Bethesda.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yep.
kind of have a conflicting relationship right now.
Mm.
Which sucks because Bethesda is an amazing company, and the fact that they gave this game out for free
Yeah.
is great.
I mean, it sucks that 30 million people don't get to play it that have consoles.
Mhm.
Because
PC though, I guess, right?
right, but still,
They still have their phone too, but I know what
Yeah.
you're saying.
yeah. But Mike. You're like me. I'm not big into playing games on my phone.
No.
It's
Dice
not
with,
the
Dice
same.
with buddies, and that's about it.
Yeah,
But
it is
this
not
isn't
the
a bad game to play on the iPad because that's originally what I played it on,
Sure.
and I maxed out. But they've been supporting this game. Now you can get pets. Now you go on quests. Now you have death claws that attack.
Mhm.
Because when I played it, I bottomed out at 200 vault dwellers.
Mm-hmm.
And the game was kind of getting stale to me, right? But then
Yeah.
I heard about all these updates, and I didn't really go on it to the iPad. But now
Yeah.
that it's on the Xbox One, I got back into it,
Mhm.
and it's a fun time filler. So yeah, Eugene, you
Good.
should definitely check it out, man.
Yeah, well,
Good.
So
I just think
that's all I've been up to.
I just think the breaking news here is that Graham has something positive to say about a Fallout game.
very surprising.
Very. Eh?
Anyway, Mike, what have you been playing?
I, my friend, have actually been playing a lot of Elder Scrolls online. I'm still waiting for you guys to get in on this with me. You know.
I have downloaded it. I've made that far.
Good job, dude. Good job.
So is Morrowind out?
I don't
No.
think so. It's
No,
coming
not yet.
very shortly because they are pimping it like nobody's.
It's still on the bottom of the pre-order screen on Xbox, so it doesn't have an actual date yet, or it's coming out later, like this summer.
I don't know, man. That's a huge time sinker.
Yeah,
I didn't
Yes.
ask you. I meant the other two.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this is worth your time?
it depends. It all depends on when it comes out. If it comes out in the dead of summer, yes. If it's
I think he meant the game.
what?
I think he meant the game.
Oh, like the game itself.
Yeah.
I had fun with it when I played it. You know, I don't see myself investing as much time in it as I would need to really get everything out of it,
Mm-hmm.
because I've just never been the type of player that just plays one game and that's it.
I mean, you got to think, Tyler. 1-2 Switch comes out in
Oh,
1
shut
month.
up.
That's
Oh
going to
my
take
God.
up your entire year.
All right. Also, I've been playing NHL 17 with these knuckleheads as usual. Got back into Rayman Legends. Hey, like I said, it's a really good game.
Mhm.
If you guys like couch co-op, I'm not co-op or couch, competition. You guys got to play the soccer game that's in that game. It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's really simple, and it's kind of like like it's just a party game. Been playing some Titanfall 2 as well, going through the story with that, and I picked up Shovel Knight again, and I suck tragically at that game, but you
It's
know what?
hard.
I like those kind of games. So I seem to like things in life that I'm like terrible at. Once I master something and once I get good at something, I get tired of it. So that's basically what I've been playing, my friend. How about you?
For me, I fired up the For Honor beta.
Oh, I did that
And,
too. But, yeah.
Yeah, played that. Actually, really enjoyed it. Enjoyed the controls.
It's kind of like the NHL goalie control, isn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. I can see the comparison, but yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's not just a standard button for parry.
Yeah.
To block.
Yeah.
It's you got to actually go the right way
Yeah.
and read what the other person's doing. So that's good.
Yeah.
I like that quite a bit. And then you have to attack a certain direction too in
Mhm.
order to actually inflict damage. You got to choose whether you're going to do the strong attack or the standard
Yep.
and all that type of thing. So all that stuff I really like.
And the move sets. There's basic
Yep.
move sets too. Yeah.
Yeah, so I like all that stuff, and that led me to pre-ordering the game.
Woo!
So outside of that, some Battlefield 1. Finally finished up on the Scout class, thank God. I don't have to play Sniper anymore. Got the achievement for that. The only reason I did is because they have 80-point achievements for getting to level 2 of each infantry class.
Yeah.
So got all those now, so now I can play the classes I want to play.
Mm-hmm.
Played some NHL this week, and that's really been about it. So let's move into discussion. Eugene, what questions do you have from our Facebook community?
We have one question
Okay.
on our Facebook page, and then I have a personal question for you guys.
Sure.
Oh
A
no.
real deep and personal question.
Okay.
No.
All right,
No
so-
was already the answer.
Our one question on our Facebook group comes from none other than, can you guys guess?
Your mom.
Yes, my mother posted on Facebook.
Oh, she's a listener? Wow.
Yes.
Hi, Eugene's mom.
Or
Hey,
was it Steve's mom? Is it usually Steve's mom?
it was actually Steve, so you
Oh.
were close.
Well, it's probably
So-
his mom writing it
Yeah.
for him, but
Yep.
So Steve Wiseman asked, piggybacking off of Evangeline's question from last podcast, is there a game you would think would better serve as a movie or TV show, or would make a good TV show or movie? For example, Devil May Cry. I think The Last of Us wasn't that much fun of a game and would have made a much better movie. I do not agree with that statement whatsoever, but
Well, I think it made a great game, but I think it would make a good movie as well.
I think it'd make a good TV show, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
If only there was a zombie-related TV show.
If
out
only.
there.
That's coming on tonight at 9 o'clock in Canada or
Not to mention-
Ontario.
Not to
Maybe-
mention that's not the only one. There's like how many of them?
A lot.
Maybe
Yes.
DVRing that
There's
shit so
enough.
we can play.
I am DVRing it.
What about a zombie movie? We don't have enough zombie movies.
Oh.
No, we don't have no.
Are you
zombie.
kidding me?
So what do you guys think?
I'll
Good
go
TV show.
first. I think not a TV show, but I think a movie would be BioShock.
Oh yeah.
And
I
in
think
fact,
that
that
was
was
the-
planned. That was
Yeah,
planned
it was
for a while.
planned. It was in the works.
Because
Yeah.
I believe it was Gore Verbinski who did the Pirates of the Caribbean movies was slated to direct, and then he dropped out, and it just kind of went silent.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's mine.
All right. What was the question? Was would it be a better movie or TV show?
Better
than
movie
the
or
game?
TV show rather than the game.
See, I can't. I
And
don't
it's gotta
really
be
have a
better than
candidate.
the game.
Or not even better, just what would make a good movie or TV show based on
Okay,
the game.
that I can do.
Yeah, I like that
Everybody
better.
likes Star Trek and Star Wars and stuff like that. I think that Elite Dangerous with the right cast and crew would make a great TV show.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's see that.
Okay, I'm
'Cause
gonna
I
have to
don't
give.
know if you guys remember this or not, but they just had a run-in like not too long ago with the first alien contact ever in the game.
Yeah, I do remember that.
So that would make for an interesting show.
Yeah, absolutely. Graham.
Okay, mine's gonna be kind of biased, but biased.
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 From a couple franchises that I truly hold dearly to my heart. And Fallout would be one,
Mhm.
because I think the whole like nuclear apocalyptic and mutants, I think there's definitely a good opening there. Like there is this one show that come on Netflix, The 100, which kind of hints and reminds me of that.
Yeah.
But I would like to
That reminds me
see.
of Lost.
I think a movie. I think a movie would be better than a series for that.
Mhm.
And the other one, which could be a series, I know they made a cartoon series of it, but like maybe a full blown movie in theaters. And I'm sure if they did it right, they could make lots of money on it. But would be a Legend of Zelda movie.
Oh my god.
And I'm surprised they haven't done that yet, with how big.
No,
and
I'm not
popular
surprised
it
they
is
haven't done
and
that
how
either,
hardcore it is.
dude.
But I think maybe they're afraid that they're going to hurt the franchise by
It
putting
would
out a
hurt the
bad movie.
franchise.
Jesus
Because giving their like streaks of movies that come out based on video games, they're not all that good. Like
Especially
I even,
based on Nintendo video games. Like, let's
The
let's be
Mario
honest.
Oh, let's
Yeah.
not
Brothers.
talk about Super
Everybody
Mario.
remember the Super Mario Brothers movie? Not really.
Hey, I like
That's
that
what I
movie,
just said. I remember that.
even though it had nothing to do with Super Mario.
Yeah,
Nope.
nothing at all.
Graham,
But I
I'm s-
mean,
go
like
ahead.
they tried to do it with like Assassin's Creed, and
Mhm.
it seemed like they would have hit it out of the park with Michael
Yeah, Fassbender.
like,
They even had star
Fassbender.
power. in that
And
movie.
it didn't do that good. Which,
Nope.
so I don't know.
Nobody wants to go to a movie. Women don't want to go to a movie based off a video game. So you're just getting killed right there. I'm telling you. Most women do not like video games, do not play video games. You know? So you're getting killed right there. You're losing a bunch of tickets just right there. So
Yeah, but I think
if
if
they
it's
had
got the
just put
right.
out if they just named it something else besides Assassin's Creed, called it, Fuckville, Everybody Dies, like John Wick 14.
I don't think that would sell.
But,
be surprised with just Fuckville in the title.
but I see what you're saying, but I think sometimes if you have the right star power in the movie, that overcomes that. Because I think a lot of people go to movies to see actors too,
Mhm.
or actors versus. I don't think I don't think the video game thing is going to override the actors in the movie, and Michael Fassbender is a pretty solid A-list actor these days. So
Yeah.
you're putting some pretty good star power in that movie, and you think that would draw some people in.
Isn't Michael Fassbender the director?
No, he's an
No,
actor.
no,
No,
no.
he's
He was
Ezio or
he was
whoever
Magneto
he
as
was.
well. The
Yeah.
guy,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
he was
He is
Superman.
Magneto in the
but,
movie.
But here's my point. Okay, if you put out a movie that is basically Dark Souls, and it looks really freaking cool, and all that kind of stuff's going on, and it's set in this thing, and you say, it's from the video game Dark Souls. I mean, you're basically alienating. I'm telling you, you're alienating, a whole bunch of people that just don't want to do any kind of thing with video games. But if you were to make it, to hell and back or whatever it may be, you'd still be able to grab that side of the audience.
I mean, I get that, but over 60% of the American public plays video games.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude, but I'm telling
medium.
you, there are many, 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 many women out there that do not like video games, that do not play.
Sure, but
Well, I mean, it's not just
over
about
60% of the
sales
public
either.
plays video games.
Mhm.
It's not just about sales. There hasn't been really a video game movie that's rated well either. I mean,
What would you
Warcraft.
think was
Warcraft
the
sold-
best?
That's the thing. They
Warcraft
don't do
sold.
well because they suck.
Yeah, they suck.
That's the
It's
problem.
not because they don't sell.
Like Tomb Raider, I don't know
Warcraft.
how well they did with numbers, but some people like that.
Even
but-
Resident Evil has done fairly well.
Resident Evil did fairly well. But I just came up with another one too. Mass Effect. I think that would
That's the
actually.
one I thought you were gonna say.
Yeah.
And
Well, I was gonna say that first, right? But I'm like, no, it's already a book. But I'm like, no, but it's not a movie.
yeah,
So yeah.
and it kind of
Because the
has a
book
little
is
bit of the
already
Star
written.
Trek vibe to it.
Yeah, it does.
So, yeah,
So I'm gonna say Uncharted.
Mhm.
If they could make it like with an Indiana Jones kind of feel,
Yep.
That makes sense. Yeah.
and don't name it Uncharted. You know, I kind of like your idea,
And
Mike.
Michael
Don't name
Fassbender as Drake.
maybe name it Drake or Nathan Drake. I don't know.
Yeah.
But an Uncharted movie that's kind of has an Indiana Jones feel to it. Some good quirky comedy like in the game. Awesome action adventure. Except I think people would it would fall apart near the end because in every Uncharted game there's some kind of crazy something that happens, either zombies or werewolves or something.
Yeah. Maybe
That
just
happens
cut that out, right?
spoilers. Yeah, cut that
Yeah.
stuff out and just make a good old fashioned Indiana Jones style movie. Great
Yeah.
adventure, treasure hunting, travel the world.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
kind
That
of
is
thing.
good. That is a good choice for
Yeah.
sure.
yeah, and you can
Everybody
very
likes
easily,
that.
yeah, and you can
I mean,
very
it'll be
easily put,
basically like National Treasure.
Yeah, that's
basically.
what I was gonna say. Like National
yeah,
Treasure, or,
mhm.
Yeah.
you know.
Or like
But
that
good.
Sahara movie that came out a few years ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
and or the one where
Matthew McConaughey.
Flight of the Phoenix was kind of like that
Yeah.
too, with Dennis Quaid and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah, everybody likes those kind of movies. Well, I can't say everybody, but a lot of people. They're just generally well received. So.
Yeah.
But I think The Last of Us would do well too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Is that it for our questions?
So I have a question for you
Okay.
guys.
Yes, I
Oh,
forgot.
that's
I
right.
just
Deep-
got
deep
done.
personal
I just
question.
got done beating Final Fantasy, so I have
Yeah.
1 month until my baby is due. So I'm going to be gaming it up this month because
How's it feel to be the first man pregnant?
Oh my God, I'm scared. Mike.
Actually, I thought Arnold
I hope
Schwarzenegger
you're.
was
I
the
hope you're
first man
opting for a
pregnant.
C-section. I really
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, is Danny DeVito and
Arnold
wait, that's a
Schwarzenegger.
different movie, isn't it?
No. It was
He
Arnold
It's the
just-
same
Schwarzenegger.
movie. Okay,
Junior was.
Junior. Okay. Well, anyway,
God,
my
I-
baby's due next month, so I'm limited on what games should I play. So I have a list of games for you guys
Mhm.
Alright.
that you're going to tell me what to play next. So right now I'm going to beat Call of Duty, which I think I can beat it tonight or maybe even tomorrow.
Mhm.
Alright.
So there's some AAA titles that I have not beaten yet. So there's two that would probably take up the rest of my month. So it's Metal Gear Solid 5, and then there is also The Witcher. But
Hmm.
then the third option is I can catch up on multiple games like Titanfall and Battlefield. And I own all these games. I just have not finished them yet. So should I spend the rest of my month playing multiple games and beating the stories, the single player campaigns, and maybe playing a little bit online? Or should I dedicate it to something like Metal Gear Solid or The Witcher? Or I haven't even finished Skyrim yet. I've beaten Skyrim before, but the special edition, I'm still about halfway in. So which game should I put my time into, or should I put it into multiple AAA action games?
I would I'll go first here. I would finish the multiple games, and I would play the online portion while you can, because those single player driven games like Witcher, etc.
Mhm.
They're very easy to be playing and then set down the moment you're needed,
Mhm.
you know, and then pick up again later.
That's a good point.
Online like players or online shooters, whatever, anything competitive online, you can't do that.
Right.
So
That's
that
a
would
good
be
point.
my suggestion. What do you guys think?
You go,
Well,
Mike.
Let me ask you a question, my friend. Do you prefer more of a, you know, get the job done, play, or do you like half story, half play? A lot of dialogue.
So if I play something, I think I know where you're going at. So if I play something like The Witcher or Metal Gear Solid 5, I'm gonna play it for the story and to do everything.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying a month, because if I play
Yeah.
The Witcher now, I'm gonna be playing it every night, every weekend. That's all I'm gonna be playing to 100% it to get as much
Okay.
as I can done and
That will
play.
eat a month.
Okay,
Mhm.
so I know what to say then. Okay, so Tyler's got a very valid point with time and not being able to jump out of multiplayer matches. But if you don't feel like getting on there and shooting other people and stuff like that, I'd go with The Witcher then, because that sounds like that would be right up your alley if you're going to play it every night. Because you got it's about 100 hours.
Yeah.
So I would definitely recommend The Witcher, because you could
Yeah.
probably knock
And
out.
I was actually leaning towards The Witcher or Metal Gear Solid. But I probably won't play a lot of online in the next month. But I want to knock out the story campaigns in Titanfall, in Battlefield. I still got Call of
And
Duty.
Titanfall doesn't take long.
Let me give you one
really
piece of advice, though. In Witcher 3, when you get past basically the first part, they're going to ask you a series of questions that are going to affect the entire rest of the game. And what you need to do is go and Google, the Witcher 3 questions, and they will tell you what's it's going to close off and what it's going to open for the rest of the game.
Is this right at the beginning?
No, it's not right at the beginning. No, it's probably about a good 5-6 hours in.
Okay. I don't remember these questions.
You remember? It doesn't matter. He's going to see it. Remember when you go to you're in the bathtub and the dude asks you all the questions?
Wait a minute. I'm already gone past that point. I've already played The Witcher a few
you
hours.
might want to start over again and then look that up, because that will close off or open up paths that weren't available before.
Okay.
Okay. It's my turn?
Yep.
No. You're going to say fucking Zelda.
Yeah, Zelda. Well, I'm
that
still
wasn't an
going to play
option,
Zelda when it comes out.
You'd still say it anyways.
I knew he was going to play Zelda, but you're talking about from now up until the month. I would say go with The Witcher 3, because it is an amazing game. It is really great story-driven, really great characters, and I feel that if you don't, and you're going to have a baby, you're going to be so busy, and all that stuff, and then there's going to be a big release of games coming out, that The Witcher 3 just might get lost, and it will be a bitter shame for it to get lost. And there is no shortage of hours to sink into it with the 3 DLCs that I've never even played. And the latest DLC that came out, Blood and Wine, I think, was like rated as like one of the top.
Yeah, I have all the DLC. I just have not played the game.
Yeah, and that's one of those ones you're gonna want to play all the way through, because like me, I went back to it and I just forgot everything, so I just started over.
Yeah, and I did the same thing too. But when I started over, I put it on like an easier mode, so it more focused on the story, and I still find it really, really enjoyable. Like you're not like dying over like on these bosses and stuff like that.
I mean, I do the same thing with Fallout, and I do the same thing with Skyrim. Just put it on the easiest setting, that way I can actually enjoy the game.
See, I would like to go through Fallout 4 again on hardcore mode, and strap on my Pip-Boy and go through it. But I don't know if I got the time. But that's my advice. The Witcher 3.
And I like Graham. Yeah, I like Graham's point there, because The Witcher 3, from all accounts, is such a great experience that it's not something you want to get lost, and just never play it, because you're already probably getting close to that point where you may never play this game if you don't do it now.
Yeah.
So I can definitely see that argument. And I think Metal Gear Solid 5, obviously a very good game.
I know, and we've taken away from it, which is a shame.
But I personally think anything Kojima's attached to gets an extra 1.5 in rating just because of Kojima.
Yeah. I was actually leaning towards Metal Gear Solid 5, popping that in and just getting it out of the way. But I kind of want to knock out some of these titles that I've started but haven't finished, and really with Battlefield and Titanfall, I was going to try to beat it on the hardest setting, but I think I'm just going to put it on casual and just beat it.
Yeah.
Play the story and just say I did it and get it out of the way.
Another thing I'll say too about Metal Gear Solid is the character, you kind of know the story, you kind of know the mechanics, right? Because you played other Metal Gear Solids, right?
Yes.
So, but The Witcher 3 is like a different, unique experience by this company, CD Projekt Red, and I think they deserve all the support because they put out an amazing game for being such a
small studio.
Small studio.
Yep.
So give me your feedback, community. Facebook, give me your feedback. Give me your opinion. Steve, give me your opinion. Our one loyal listener, Steve. He'll just tell me to play NHL.
Well, we got Raz. Come on now.
We have many loyal.
Oh yeah, Raz. Raz, send me an email. Raz, you didn't. I didn't even see. Did you get your package? Give me some advice. Yeah. So I'm leaning towards more. Now I'm starting to think about The Witcher a little bit.
I would. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the record,
I really want to. I want to knock out several titles too, because there's. I said Titanfall and I said Battlefield, but there's probably 10 more games from just this last year that I have in my backlog that I have not played. AAA titles that are in my backlog that I need to finish and get out of the way.
And I'll be honest, I'm suffering from severe Kojima fatigue these days.
Mm-hmm.
Like, go away until you have a release date and something significant to show me.
I know they keep showing early release dates for Death Stranding.
And they just feed into it. All the gaming media just feeds into it. Every time he speaks, they all just salivate
Like, I'm
and
pretty
throw
sure if you look
roses
up
at his feet.
games releasing this year, Death Stranding is on that list.
It's
No,
not
it's
coming
not
out
coming
this
out
year.
this year.
It's not coming out this year. The only
No.
thing that might come out this year is a 10-second trailer.
And Steve.
Gameplay in
Steve.
December.
Speaking of
So-
which, I just want to make it clear that I like Raz a lot more than I like Steve. That's for
Yeah, well, everybody does.
sure.
Even Steve's mom. So.
Yeah. Steve's mom likes everybody often, though.
All right. So we are going to move into our 25 question segment. And before we do,
Yes.
I do have a couple quick things. First, we are going to be doing a MLB The Show 17 online league. If you have any interest in that, we'll be posting on the Facebook page. Make sure you jump in, get your name in. If you have a PS4 and you plan on getting the game, and so you can get in on that. We already have, I think, 3 or 4 or 5 people already in on that, so more the merrier. And we are looking to do some Let's Plays, and we need your ideas on which games you'd like to see. And we're kind of chatting. We know what the most popular games overall are, like your Overwatches, even Call of Duty or Destiny. Let us know what you're looking to see, and
What you'd like to play with us.
yeah, what you'd like to play with us, and we'll work to make that happen. We'll set up some nights where we have that going on, and I think that's all that I had before we jump in here. Oh, and then finally on this game, 25 questions. Please let us know what you think. If you enjoy it, let us know. If you think we should do something a little different, let us know that. Obviously, we'd love to keep this entire segment full of your questions, but for that, we need questions to answer.
Not only that, we have some ideas of some different things we want
Yep.
to do besides the game.
Give us some feedback.
Yeah, give us some feedback.
Just give us
help.
some feedback. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Give us
Help
some
us
feedback.
with some ideas.
We'd much rather have your ideas than just come up with something ourselves.
Mhm.
But either way, this time next week we'll be announcing a new giveaway structure that we're going to be having on our show.
Yep.
So next episode we'll be announcing that, and your feedback would be very much appreciated in helping us determine what that is.
And your brutal honesty is appreciated.
Yes.
It really is.
Truly is. So, all right. With that said, I do have a game in mind, gentlemen. And Mike, you are the leader in the clubhouse. You get to determine the
Oh
order
boy.
that people will go.
And if I go first, I go last, right?
That is correct.
Now
so I
you
will be
tell.
going first. Ram will be going second. And Captain Gooseegg will be going third.
Okay. Mike, you're up.
That was my
Okay.
nickname in high school. How'd you know that?
Just a hunch.
We'll save that for next episode.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's start this one off with a dandy. Is it set in the past or the present? I mean, the past or the future?
It has to be yes or no.
Yeah, it has to be a yes or no question.
Okay. Is it set in the past?
Yes.
I'm second, right?
Mhm.
Is this game played in a first-person perspective?
Yes.
Was this game released on current gen consoles, so Xbox One, PS4, Wii?
No.
Is the console gray? I mean, is the console black?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Eventually.
Eventually. Now, don't get cute with this shit. Okay, I know. I already know this one. All right, no problem. Go ahead. I got it.
You know what game it is already?
I already know what system he's talking about.
Yeah. Is this an Xbox exclusive game?
For consoles, yes.
so what was the answer to the first person?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so is this a shooter
Yes.
genre? Okay.
Is it a Call of Duty game?
Yes.
I just gave it away.
Well, you can guess. You just asked a question.
No, because it could go two ways. I'll wait till my next one.
Well, gentlemen, if you're smart and you want to keep him from winning, there's one strategy to take here.
All right, might as well bite the bullet. I mean, well, I know you, and I know what you're thinking, and I'm thinking the most popular guess. And so, I mean, it could go either way because if Goose Egg goes over there and spouts off what I think he is, and you say no, then I know what I'm going to say. So I'm not gonna guess because I'm gonna get knocked out of the game, right?
That's correct. If you're wrong,
All right.
Is this was this within the first 3 games of the franchise?
yes.
Is it Call of Duty
Yeah.
3?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Huh. So I kind of want to go back to Graham's question that he had about Xbox. He asked if this was an Xbox exclusive, and you said on consoles, yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so is it Call of Duty, a big red one?
Like, are you offering
2, Call of Duty 2.
But first, you got a question for you. Guess the game.
Did I not ask a question?
Well, he clarified a question.
Yeah, you didn't ask.
I clarified a question.
Yeah, so ask a
So
question.
I guess I could ask a question. Does this game feature online multiplayer?
Yes,
So Call of Duty 2?
that is correct.
Yep. It was either Call of Duty 4 or Call of Duty 2. And Graham fucked it up for everybody by getting too specific.
Wait,
Thanks,
did you say it
Graham.
was either Call of Duty 4?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Modern
'cause
War.
that
It was
came
either
out,
the
yeah.
first.
Well, I mean, that wasn't
Well,
exclusive, though.
or
But
if
you
it was-
I knew
asked. But you asked if that game was set in the past, and I said yes.
I was
Call
gonna
of Duty
guess
4
2 or
was set
But-
in modern times.
I was gonna guess 2 or 3. So
Damn it!
The first
That's
one
my
didn't
own.
have
That's my
multiplayer,
own
right?
brain
So-
fart. I should have had
And
it.
Call of Duty 1 was on the PlayStation, so Yeah.
Call of Duty 1 was a PlayStation title,
That's
Call
my
of
fault.
Duty 2 was
I
exclusive.
lost that because I brain farted.
and it
It
never
was-
came
it was
out
on
on
the-
it never came out on PS3 because PS3 didn't come out until 06.
Right.
Yeah, it was a launch. Wasn't it at launch of Xbox
It
360?
was. It was the first game that just blew me away.
Yep.
On what was then next gen.
As soon as he said eventually, I knew it was 360.
All
yeah, I
right,
figured
I
it was
should-
360
You-
too.
You're right, and you tried to give me all the hints that I had the answer.
you have the answer.
I know. That's my own damn fault. I'm an idiot.
Okay.
But did the Elite console come out?
Congratulations,
right away,
you got
or
a
was
freebie
just
there.
The normal was there
Sick.
first.
Well,
Well, the original 360 was white, and then
Yep.
then they revealed the black later.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but
That's
when
why I said eventually.
But it didn't release with the Elite Xbox 360 Elite edition.
No, it was a
Huh.
launch title.
Okay.
Yeah, it was on the 360. It was
Yeah.
like it was
It
at
was
the
a
very beginning
it
of
was
the
a day
360.
one title for the 360.
Yep.
Okay.
So, all right. Any other whining that you'd like to have occur before we move on?
Eugene.
Mike is still the leader in the house. So if our community tells us that, hey, they'd like to see us do something else, then Mike will be the champion.
So guys, we
Thank you.
need one more week. Just suggest that we need one more week, or even
No.
2 more weeks,
One more
whatever
month.
it takes to
You-
for Mike.
If I had
not
listened to
win.
myself, dude, it would have been 3-1-1.
Yeah.
Listen, if I was on the original one, I would have Blades of Steel. So take that. and smoke it.
You wouldn't have.
No,
Shut
that's
up.
what you get.
It's like last week. You're like, oh, if you didn't ask that, I would have had it.
That's
I
what you
thrown on
get
my
for
cruise
playing Captain Jack Sparrow and trying to sail around the damn world.
And lose my fedora.
So,
I don't
Great
want-
job.
I don't
It's
want to
just
talk
the first
about
3 Call of Duties.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's
it. Well,
not-
you
Is
asked
it-
was it a Call
so-
of Duty.
so you asked us
then
in
I'm
the
like,
first
now I-
3,
Now I got to
and then-
narrow it down.
when you asked if it was in the first 3, you guys had the opportunity right there to make sure Mike didn't win. Because if you guessed 2, then you would have been right. But if you guessed 3, Eugene could have guessed 2, because 1 was only on PlayStation.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
I don't
all
know
right.
why I didn't just PS2. I just brain farted.
Well, at least this time you guys got it without going to like the 24th question.
Yeah.
So, all right, everybody. That is going to do it for episode number 36 of the Third Son Gaming Podcast. We'll be back next week with episode number 37 as we creep ever so much closer to episode 40. And once we're to 40, we're closing in on a year doing this. So, very cool. But thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back next week with episode number 37. Until then, enjoy For Honor and maybe Halo Wars 2 when that comes out if you get it early.
Stuttering.
Yeah, that too. And play some great games, everybody, and stay safe. Have a great week.
Take care.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.